politics. That has also been met by a lot of criticism that he should not and he should retire. Do you agree with that? Is that your assessment?
No, Uhuru Kenyatta is a Kenyan and he has every right to involve himself in politics, first as a Kenyan.
Yes.
And a Kenyan who has been privileged to be president of this country before. So he has every right, nobody can gag him. He can play his politics in the best way he knows how. He can form a party, he can run a party. It is his right. Nobody, the Constitution does not bar him. But DK, please, I do not need your advice. You know, you keep saying that, let me advise you for free. I do not need your advice, DK, because there is nothing you are saying here that comes from your head. These are only narratives that William Ruto peddles every time. And because he's scared of Rigathi Gachagua, he has tried to paint him as a tribalist. And so DK is not saying anything new here. He's just rehearsing what has been told to him by William Ruto. I mean, come on. How can DK advise me? How can DK tell me that he knows that I know how to read and write? Of course I do. That is why I'm here. And I'm speaking in English, not in my mother tongue. I mean, DK, you cannot insult me here and say that I know how to read and write, that I should read the Constitution while you are hiding your head in the sand. I have not told anybody to form a regional party. I've only given an analysis of the existing political structure in this country.
All right.
I mean, that does not say whom have I told to form a political party, a regional political party. So that now DK comes here, you know, wanting to pontificate and advise me, giving me advice that I do not need. Who has told anybody to form a political party from their region? And DK here is lying and you know, and escaping, evading, you know, issues just to fit his argument. I asked him how many MPs does UDA have in Luo Nyanza. Of course I know Kuria is in Nyanza, but it is not in Luo Nyanza. And he can go and watch my words that I had said. I had not talked about Nyanza. I had talked about Luo Nyanza. And he's telling me about the presence of, you know, Kenya Kwanza in all regions of Kenya. I mean, we will also have a coalition and we'll have, you know, presence in all regions of Kenya. What the DK is avoiding telling Kenyans is that William Ruto came to Kenya Kwanza with UDA. Moses Wetangula came to Kenya Kwanza with Fort Kenya. Musalia Mudavadi came to Kenya Kwanza with the ANC. I mean, Amason Kingi came to Kenya Kwanza with PA. As for UDM Senator for Mandera, I mean, that was a post-election pact. It was not there in Kenya Kwanza. Now in broad-based, you can also say ODM is in Kenya Kwanza, which is okay. But that is a post-election thing. So probably, if I were to advise DK, and I don't think I need to advise him, I may not be qualified to advise him. Just as he's not qualified to advise me, I would tell him to remember there is a difference between a post-election pact and a pre-election pact.
Right.
And you do not even need to read the Constitution to know that. And you know, when somebody wants to escape and peddle this narrative that anybody who talks about facts in Kenya is a tribalist, then they will come here and pontificate as a very national people. Okay. I want to ask him, Fred, because he's in Kenya Kwanza, this very national leader that President Ruto, whom he's here to represent, of course, and whose views he brings here, not his own views. I mean, how national is he? I can give you a list here, Fred, of this national, of this. No, but you see, you know, he cannot brand me a tribalist.
Yes.
I can give you a list here of parastatus.
Okay.
And everything.
Allow me to do this.
Carlin-Jeans, where he comes from.
Okay.
Where he comes from.
That's out of
lined in very many parastatus. And he sits here and wants to tell us that he is nationalistic. And his party leader is nationalistic.
And I don't want us
we will not allow DK
to escape
with that.
I don't want us to take that direction.
It is,
And before I give you an opportunity for your final comments, allow me to read the views of our listeners and our viewers as well. On Facebook, we posed this question. Uhuru's latest move has shaken both President William Ruto and former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. With a growing war or competition between the Uhuru and Gachagua camps, who do you think will emerge stronger? And between Uhuru Kenyatta, Rigathi Gachagua, and President William Ruto. Also, the other option is none. It will weaken all. So Abdallah Sula says Gachagua, Munyoro, Tosha, peaceful man. Frederick Kitao says Uhuru. Peter Kuria, Uhuru has his time, he should retire. He had his time, he should retire peacefully. James Juguna says Munyoro, of course. Cheche Kamavule, Uhuru Kenyatta. Mwai wa Mwago. Mtangoja sana mlima itengane. Chill up and wait. The moment tutajua who's the devil's agent, atajua ajui. Kiplagat Maina Rotich says Uhuru is too young to retire. Makori Orina, that's a win for President William Ruto. A disunited opposition will make 2027 a walkover for President William Ruto. Kevin K.E. says Ruto. Baba Viki says Uhuru should just retire honorably. Those are your messages. Yes. Final comments, 2 minutes each. Bwana Kiplagat.
You know, before that, Indimulu, you know,
we only have 2 minutes here.
Honorable Nyutu has said quite a lot, but I wish to tell him just maybe as he talks so much about the DK, he needs also to relax. And I wish you could relax and be able to analyze what we have been able to say here. It's important that let us not also build a narrative that Kalenjins have been appointed to parastatals. I think all Kenyans from walks of life, all of them have been appointed to parastatals. So if you decide to cherry pick by virtue of their names, I think you see the same mental behavior of trying to regionalize things and try to form kingdoms. They are now also trying to scandalize even men and women in the public service to say this one is who, this one is who, this one. Let us not go there. All the workers that we have are Kenyans. Let us give them the opportunity. We criticize whoever is not performing. That one at least we can say this one is not performing, can we replace? But let us not build hatred into our systems. So I would like to tell Honorable Nyutu to relax, chill. You have a path that you have taken, which is very narrow and also counterproductive. And I can tell you, as I said, the way you are going, you will be defeated at 6 a.m. I think you better start planning for 2032. I think this one for 2027 is gone. Mambo ni 2-term, and you have even made it more smoother because anyway, I think the least I say about my friend or Nyutu is the better. But for us, we are happy with the kind of coalitions that the president has been able to build. He has now brought the ODM into fold. Now we have the broad base. Now we have the support base. If you go to Northeastern, if you go to Coast, if you go to Western, if you go to... and this mind also of, now we are focusing on the mountain. Now when we are, the kind of fight that is happening in the mountain is also better because...
our time is up.
They started trying to brood themselves into that region, but now things are not going well. So... But
let's allow the senators.
Let us maintain our friendship. Things are like that, Honorable Nyutu. The better you now focus on 2032, the better for you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know how many times I need to repeat to DK not to advise me, because I do not need his advice. I don't want to say it again. Please, DK, you can use that advice on yourself and your coalition. You can go and advise President Ruto, whom you are saying is 2-term. Please, let us do our thing. We don't need your advice. But Fred, I must say that it is very painful to see an adulterer preaching fidelity. And that is why I'm telling you, DK and the formation that he belongs to is the least qualified to talk about nationhood or, a national mentality. They are the least qualified. Another Thera cannot preach about fidelity. It is an insult to such a congregation. So when he says that we should not, and if we had time, I would read for you About 62 parastatals manned. And you know, he wants to...
Senator,
just a minute, Fred,
I requested, that we don't...
yes, but you see, I'm saying I'm not reading, but I have a list here. Okay. So when he says that we should not touch that, it is the Adatara telling you, please, let's not talk about last night. Can we talk about tomorrow? Because he knows he has adulterated the whole night. So please, Fred, and anybody who is a proponent or an Ruto apologist cannot preach to us and tell us that we are tribalistic. So, I mean, DK, you can do better. And you can advise people who need your advice, because why are you extravagant advising people who do not need your advice? Go and advise the president whom you are apologist to. Please, let us do our thing. But Fred, we will not be branded tribalists just by giving a political analysis of the parties that we have in Kenya. And just because that is William Ruto's narrative, and then we accept it just because it is his narrative.
Our time is up.
So thank you very much. But DK,
thank you so much.
There are many people you can advise. Don't waste your energy.
Allow me to acknowledge you, gentlemen. Joe Nyoto, Senator Muranga. Allow me,
2027 will be the easiest presidential election.
Senator Muranga, David Kiplagat, MP Soy, thank you for your time at T47 and for a vibrant debate this morning.
But you see, should we throw the adult?
One more comment here. Mike Kenya says Nyoto is very wrong. There's absolutely nothing wrong in Matiang'i running with Jubilee. Uhuru ran for president under KANU in 2002. Was it a Rift Valley party under Moi? That's a question. Eric Avram says Matiang'i is losing and he won't be able to revive himself in the mountain. DCP is a party of the moment. Jubilee is past, cannot be revived. But once again, a quick look at the dailies.
Before you stop,
Big War rocks Gachagua and Uhuru wings, that's a star. Uhuru move jolts Ruto Gachagua, that's a Daily Nation. Taifa Leo, Uhuru Gachagua wategana rather. And who owns the mountain is a big question. Uhuru, Ruto and Gachagua in 2027 showdown. People do.
But point of order, Honorable Nyoto has used a term that if you allow to go adult,
he knows
the meaning of adult.
It was a figure of speech. It cannot be that he accused anyone of adultery.
No. That's how trivial they have become.
He did not.
He does not even understand what a figurative speech is about.
A lot more coming up after the break. My name is Fred Indimuli. Good morning.